Salamun alaikum and welcome to day 3 of How to Read Quran series, a program on the Quranology Institute's YouTube channel. Today we will be approaching the topic of why we should read Quran. For most Muslims, we are told, and I went through this myself as a child, we are told that we should read Quran to get the spiritual blessings or thawab from Allah. We go to classes and we are told to read with the beautiful melody and the tajweed or the correct pronunciation, and it's almost a science. But very few of us actually open Quran for guidance. And the reason is because of that culture. That culture divorces Quran from any practical purpose. However, if we look at Quran, it never tells us to read it to attain thawab or blessings from Allah. That's not the purpose of the Quran. It is not a songbook for us to recite to Allah to get blessings. That's not what it's for. Rather, it is there for guidance. So, in this episode, we will see why we should read Quran. And this is for both Muslims and people of other faiths and tradition. You can read Quran without ever converting to Islam. In fact, if you don't convert to Islam, at least you won't get the extra baggage. So it actually may be a good thing. But in any case, anyone can extract wisdom from Quran, the way you extract wisdom from the Tao Te Ching, for example. All you have to do is read, think, and apply. So, but what does Quran say about its practical purpose? Why we should read it? Have a look at chapter 17, verse 9. It says, Inna hadha al-Quran, verily this Quran, yahdi lillati hiya aqwam. It guides to that which is most established. In other words, if you look at Quran and you extract from it, it will guide you to that which is most established in life. So you consider any civilization, and if you find that civilization stable, if you find it producing benefit for its citizens, then it is aqwam. It is actually following Quranic principles, even though it may not even open Quran, or it may be totally secular. But it follows the universal laws as detailed in Quran. So it is hiya aqwam, it is the most established. Next, have a look at chapter 10, verse 25. Now this is a very interesting verse, chapter 10, verse 25, because it is sandwiched between two passages which talk about Quran. Chapter 10 verse 15 and chapter 10 verse 37 both speak about Quran, and chapter 10 verse 25 is right in the middle of this. Why? Because it says, Wallahu yad'u ila darus salam. Verily Allah calls towards darus salam. We're not talking about Brunei now or the African country. We're talking about literally the abode of peace. Allah calls you to the abode of peace. وَيَهْدِي مَن يَشَاءُ, and He guides whom He wills to Sirat al-Mustaqim, the straight and establishing path. Earlier it was hiya aqwam. This is Sirat al-Mustaqim. So it corresponds. So Quran guides us to that state where we are in istiqamah, we are stable, we are strong as a civilization. So it is not something which you have to wait till the next life in order to see the effect. It actually promotes that today. Now, very interestingly, in chapter 13, verse 17, where Allah talks about the properties of truth or al-haq, Allah says that al-haq, the truth, is ma yanfa'u an-nas, that which benefits mankind. Mankind are not necessarily people with faith. They may have faith, they may not. But the truth benefits them. And Quran calls itself truth, the truth. If you have a look at chapter 41, verse 53. And finally, the Hajj. The Hajj is the process of establishing the system of peace and justice. And if you look at chapter 22, which is appropriately called Al-Hajj, Allah speaks about calling people, adhin finnas, calling the people to or with the Hajj. Once you have established a system, you call the people. Why? Chapter 22, verse 28, which says, so liyashhadu manafi'un lahum, that they may witness benefits for them. So here you see that it is all about practical benefits, and Quran guides us towards that. It's not something only for the afterlife. It's something which is verifiable and we are able to experience and enjoy it today. And that is why we should read Quran. So with that, I close this video, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, where we will talk more about how to read Quran. Thank you for viewing. Bye.